Good morning. Here we are. Right, pyramids. My birthday today, so we're off to the pyramids. Got the new Osmo out on the go. Sammy's there waiting. Like a good traveller. So, yeah. Front of the hotel. If you have a quick look. Sorry for spinning you around. There you go. Quiet, no one about. Just me and Sammy. So yeah, take you with us, see what we can see. Been well excited for this, so yeah. Welcome back to the video. Here we are at the pyramids. So we've just done the Egyptian Museum, did a little boat tour down the Nile, and now we're at the pyramids. So we've got a ticket, we're all ready to go. So let's have a look, see what we can see. There's Sammy. Look at that.
Which used to once case the pyramid. The Egyptian used these blocks to case the pyramid. So if we try to polish it like that, okay, eventually it will be what? White. See the color here? So white. So this stone all the way to the top was white and shiny. The whole pyramid was smooth and white and shiny. Okay? This is how it used to look like when the Egyptian finished it. When we opened the pyramid during the 8th century AD, I'll draw you here as you see. Okay, what we did, this man heated the blocks in like this. Okay, and he found the corridors, goes under the ground as I told you before, and then we found the room under the ground, and then from here we found ascending corridor, okay, and horizontal one, and then they completed the corridors to the top. The burial chamber on the top here, and one in the middle, and one underneath. Okay, what did we do when we entered the pyramid? We just followed those corridors up, okay, and we found where is the original corridors. So we cleared the original corridor, but no one opened it. We knew where is the location of the entrance, the original entrance, after we opened the pyramid, not before. Okay, and then we cleared it. We know where is it, but no one tried to open it. Why? Because we thought that from here till here is solid, the body of the pyramid. But then we found out that we are wrong. Just 2 years ago, someone scanned the pyramid from inside, and he found that the blocks from here and the entrance from here, we have behind very big, huge cavity. Here, there is a room, a big room behind the original entrance. Okay, it's empty because when we what we can see like a wooden stove there, we made a hole in these rocks, and we found what is behind. Okay, and when we did, we found a very big cavity. Some people believe this empty void behind the original entrance was made by the Egyptian in order to relieve the blocks' weight on a ceiling underneath. So this is the picture that they gave us when they scanned this part behind the original entrance. Okay, so this is a big cavity, as you see, void, that Egyptian followed this technique on the ceiling of the burial chamber. Here, the roof is flat. So if you put all the pressure of the blocks on the ceiling, it will eventually collapse. The Egyptians relieve the weight of the blocks how? By placing four great granite slabs like this. Each one weighs 80 tons. They empty the air between them, and then on top they have like pointing roof like this. So the actual burial chamber looks from the roof like this. The room itself is square, but on top of it We have 1, 2, 3, 4 granite slabs, and then pointed roof like that. The Egyptian relieved and distributed the weight of the blocks on the ceiling in order to protect the ceiling of the pyramid. All this designed 2500 BC. Okay, what kind of knowledge we had to calculate the weight of the blocks on the ceiling, know exactly how to make the ceiling and survive all the time till now. The most amazing thing that Egyptians, when they built the pyramid, they used different size blocks that is not equal at all. Each block is different to the block next to it in size and shape. Why did they do that? And so some archaeologists believe it was much better and faster and easier to finish the pyramid is using equal size blocks. That yes will be easier and faster. It won't be as much stable like the pyramid nowadays. Okay? How? Yes, this will take longer time to fit each block to the block next to it. Okay? To finish the pyramid like that out of not equal blocks, but now the blocks are supporting each other. That's exactly why when the Muslims destroyed most of the lower level of the pyramid, the top level is still hanging up there. If they were equal in size, by taking away the lower level, the top level will easily collapse. And this is what you can see clearly on the top of the second pyramid. So they took away all the lower part of the casing. The top part is still hanging up there, never fall, never got a falling stone. Okay. Plus, the pyramids are working beautifully as an earthquake-proof buildings. Okay. We have so many earthquakes all over our history. The biggest one was during the 13th century. They said it was too big, it almost flattened Cairo, but nothing moved inside the house. The pyramid is steady, stable, survived for 5,000 years, and will survive for the next 5,000 years. We have here a saying, Egypt says, human hears time, time hears the pyramid. Okay. How did the ancient Egyptians design and build this pyramid at that time? Absolutely no idea. You have to know that we received no written information about the pyramids at all. The only proof that King Cheops built the pyramid is a small name carved on the ceiling of the room inside. Just one name, small one. Some people believe even it was put later by someone. Someone put it later. Okay, and it's not enough to prove that King Cheops built the pyramids. The second written information was written by Herodotus, a Greek traveler and historian. He visited Egypt around 550 BC. He wrote that King Cheops built the pyramid and it took 20 years to build the pyramid. Of course, this information is really funny because this building cut the stone transported in that number, 2.5 million blocks of limestone, finished in 20 years. That's impossible. That means each of these blocks were placed here every 2.5 minutes. One block every 2.5 minutes, and said that's impossible. Okay? They say that if you want to duplicate a building like the Egyptian Museum, like the pyramids, like the same size, the same shape, using our modern technology, nowadays we need 30 years. So how come the ancient Egyptian finished in 20 years? No one believes this theory. Okay? It's an information was written by a Greek historian who visited Egypt 500 BC. That means after building the pyramid by 2,000 years. So how come that he knew that? Maybe he didn't know and he just wrote information. Okay? So for now, there is of course much to say about the Great Pyramid. When we are back to the bus, I'll tell you more information. Now just take your time, finish your picture. What can you do? You can take
So yeah, that's the Queen's Pyramid. That was a bit hard work getting in there. So yeah, the Queen's Pyramid. Yeah, just on my camel. This is awesome. Absolutely stunning. So that's the Queen's Pyramid in the distance there.
Oh, I shouldn't go here, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Picture of Earth, and then we measured what we call the land area of Earth. When we did, we found an amazing fact. The Great Pyramid is representing the center of the land area of Earth. Okay, how could the Egyptian at that time know about the land area of Earth and build the pyramid in the center of the land area of Earth? Something we can only picture with satellites now. No one knows. Okay. Also, when they calculated the height of the pyramid on the base, they got a ratio number. They said 133.30. How? No one knows how. Okay. The rest of the information are just some theories. There's a theory made by the French. They said that if you cut the stones of the Great Pyramid to equal blocks, you'll be able to use those blocks to build a wall surrounding the country France with the height of 3 meters and the width of 1 meter. It's really funny because when I tell the British people this information, they always say, react like that. Yes, of course, we will do that just to keep the French inside. Good idea. We will do that to keep the French inside. Typical French. And the same study said that if you cut the stones of the 3 pyramids together, you'll be able to use the blocks to build a wall surrounding the ancient world continent with the height of 1 meter and the width of 1 meter. Okay, so you can imagine how many blocks were got, transported, brought here. The second pyramid is actually smaller than the Great Pyramid. The second pyramid is 136 meters high. And by the way, it's solid. All the other pyramids we have all over Egypt, except the Great Pyramid, they are all solid. Only the Great Pyramid is hollow construction. Okay, so 136 and smaller than the Great Pyramid. Okay, but still keeps its top, which once used to be the whole way down, all white and soft. Because this pyramid, okay, looks higher than the Great Pyramid. From here, if you look, you can see clearly the second pyramid looks higher than the Great Pyramid. Why is that? The king did something tricky. He built the pyramid itself smaller, but he built it on a higher ground. So the ground itself is higher, and as it keeps its top, see the smooth part, and look at the stones under it, still hanging up there. See, we never got falling stone. So many people are confused and believe this is the Great Pyramid, not the first one, because the way it looks. The third pyramid is built by the grandson all around. This camp here is to do skydiving. Some of you saw it on the pyramid. Beautiful skydiving, as I see, very expensive. So what we will do now, Tuta, we will stop here between the second pyramid and the third pyramid, as I explained earlier.
So that's the second pyramid. Most of the people confuse that with the Great Pyramid of Giza because it's got like sort of a capstone on the top. That's actually the second pyramid because it's smaller. So I found that off the guide. It's Cairo in the background. And that's the third pyramid. There's actually 6 or 7 pyramids here, I think she said. So, very good.
What's your name?
Ben.
Okay.
And yours?
Huh?
And yours?
Abdurrahman.
Ahmed.
Abdurrahman.
Akhtar Malik.
Abd.
Abraham.
Abd.
like Abraham, but I'm a holiday.
So here we are. Look at that for a view. Giza in the background.
Copy them because we found other pyramids, but they are not as perfect as this. So they said the Egyptian came and found them, and then they were trying to make the little ones around, or the other pyramids around Egypt after these pyramids, not before. Okay, so that is a theory. Still can be right, can be wrong. See the city, how the city grew very close to the pyramids. At a time, this all was used to be the River Nile, and the pyramids were overlooking the River Nile. It was, of course, great at that time. Again, where is the Sphinx? Before we find out where is the Sphinx, I have a question for you. I explained that in here we have 9 pyramids, 3 main ones, so as we believe, Cheops, Khafre, and Mycerinus, and 6 little ones, 3 here by the side of the Great Pyramid for his queens, royal mother, royal daughter, royal wife. And also we have by the 3rd pyramid, you saw them, 3 little pyramids for also his royal wife, royal okay, so we still have the queens, but they are by the side of the Great Pyramid, and the side of the middle pyramid shares the queens with the Great Pyramid. See how tricky it is? Very tricky.
Tricky but easy.
Yeah. So we have the queen's pyramids, but unroyal wives, because of course the king had 2nd wife, 3rd wife, all are buried around here. All those tombs around, they are tombs of the secondary wives and the daughters, the other daughters. We have 1 royal daughter, the older daughter, who will marry her half brother and be the queen later. So that's the one who had a pyramid. But the other daughters, they are buried around here. All this cemetery around the pyramid, they have the royal queens and also some of the relatives, and also the high officials like physicians and architect of the king. And here is the Sphinx. I'm not famous. Here is the Sphinx. I asked the driver to stop from here to see the body of the Sphinx and see how the body of the Sphinx is cut out of the bedrock. See, it's 1 single block of limestone, as I told you, with the face of King Khafre and the body of a wife. Okay, 66 feet high, 240 feet long. Okay, and what you can see over there, it is made out of 1 block, and what you can see, your restoration. So we restored the lower part of his body, as the Sphinx is lower than the plateau. So it faced all the water, okay? All the water coming from the River Nile eroded the Sphinx, as you see. The nose of the Sphinx is damaged. The nose of the Sphinx is damaged, and his head later. This is exactly how did we find the Sphinx, okay? As you can see, the face is damaged, the nose is damaged. We found it exactly like this picture. Only the head was on the ground. Okay. Some people accused Napoleon Bonaparte for destroying the nose of the Sphinx, but that's not true. We have a painting here for Napoleon admiring the Sphinx. You can see that. Okay. See. That's Napoleon head and the Sphinx, and his nose was broken. So it was done by a Muslim leader who came, and he was afraid that the people may come and worship the statue, so he destroyed his nose. For most of the Arabic countries, they believe that the person's nose is his dignity. So by destroying the nose, you destroy the symbol. This is what the Muslims believe. So this is what the Muslims did to the statue. Okay, we restored his face. Okay, the side of his face and the body. There is a stela over there from between the bows of the Sphinx. We call it the dream stela. We record the Egyptians record after the Egyptian recorded, one Egyptian prince recorded a story. This prince had to marry his half sister to ascend the throne of Egypt, but it seems that he didn't want to marry his half sister, so he had the second choice, which is oracle or divine case stories. He claimed that he one day was hunting in the desert when the Sphinx also was covered with the sand. So while he was asleep under the shade of the head of the Sphinx, God Horus, okay, the king of Egypt, came to him in his dream and said that if you clean away the body from the sand away from the Sphinx body, I will make you king of Apollo of Egypt. So of course, once the king gets up, he started to clean away the sand of the body of the Sphinx, and as a reward, he was crowned as king of Apollo of Egypt. He recorded everything on this stela and placed it between the bows of the statue. Okay, that's why we call it the dream stela. Now, as you see, the Egyptian government divided the way to visit the Sphinx into two halves in order not to be too busy in one side. Okay, I prefer this side because you'll get the sun behind, okay, and also the pyramids. From the other side, you'll not get the pyramids behind. Okay?